about the pain.
Abdominal cramps that won't go away, mood swings, bleeding, breast tenderness, ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome, and other infections are health implications. Infertility, the fear of never being able to have a children one day, is a long-term effect.
Dear sisters, your body is not for sale. Egg donation is not a side hustle. It's a serious medical procedure with risk they won't tell you about. And to those recruiting young girls, stop. This is not help, it's harm. Young girls, your dreams are valid. Your health is priceless. Say no to dangerous egg donation practices.
This message is brought to you by Pensioners 106.7 FM.
There is that radio station that cares about the people. Looks out for the missing here among us. Shines the light into darkened souls. It's not just the professionalism with which we work, it's the heart, the love, the kindness that endears people to us. And what radio station is that?
Welcome to the future.
Pensioners 106.7 FM. The voice of liberation.
Release Kane down in the box. Nothing given. Casado was the man with him. Let's have a look. Is it inside the box or else it's clearly in? It's for 2-0 Bayern. Confidently done. In 102 games for Bayern Munich, he has 94 goals. It's the 300. Chelsea playing out, I got caught again. Reece James under pressure. It's just not working, the Chelsea system. Bayern all over them, swarming all over them. Kimmich, Casado gets away. Here's Palmer. João Pedro's gone down off the ball. There was a collision. Palmer, good strong run, gets it back again. Brilliant Chelsea counter. 28 minutes gone. What a game this is. Bayern Munich 2, Chelsea 1. 3 goals in
Chelsea travel to Brentford.
This is where the break started. Reece James won it back there. Casado carries on, writes the challenge. Referee allows the advantage to go on. Here's Palmer. Meanwhile, in the middle, João Pedro's
the actions, the scores, the news, the update, and the world of sports on Sports Spectra.
Pensioners 106.7 FM. The voice of liberation.
Balotelli.
Check your time, it's exactly 8 o'clock. Welcome to the program this morning. The Sports Spectra on Pensioners of 106.7 FM. Agbarigo Onireke Ibadan. The voice of liberation, not the first labor radio in the universe. I am EEDRIS ABIOLA. Thank God the UEFA Champions League is back. And we saw a plethora of games played last night. What about Bayern Munich against Chelsea? There was a horrible sense of familiarity about Chelsea's defeat to Bayern Munich. By the 78th minute, the Bayern fans were greeting each pass with only the victory celebrations had started. For all of their effort, endeavor and eagerness in Munich, Chelsea's defense crumbled when it needed to be at its resolute best, and Harry Kane and his Bayern teammates profiled. They profited to win 3-1. Welcome to the show once again. Do not forget, we're also monitoring what is going on from this very end, but of course, we're monitoring it right there in Tokyo, Japan, when Nigerian hurdler Ezekiel Nathaniel produced a historic performance at the Tokyo 2025 World Championships, becoming the first Nigerian man to qualify for the 100 meters hurdles final since 1987. So starting the show this morning, let's tell you that former Nigerian striker Yakubu Aigbeni has said he believes they would struggle to score goals on the current Super Eagles team because they lack creativity. Aigbeni, who played for the national team between 2000 and 2012, made the comment on Sunday Olisa podcast while reflecting on the Super Eagles performance and the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The 42-year-old attributed the team's difficulty in securing a 2026 World Cup ticket to their lack of creativity. In 8 matches, Eric Charlie's men have scored 9 goals, conceding 7 as they sit in a precarious third position in the qualifying series and are on the verge of missing out on the second consecutive World Cup appearance. Aigbeni, you also have to recall, is Nigeria's 4th all-time goal scorer with 21 goals in 55 appearances. As we move away from that this morning, but still talking football, the second tier of club football in the country, the Nigeria National League, has abolished the playoffs to decide the teams that will gain promotion to the Nigeria Premier Football League, leaving the spot for the winners of the 4 conference groups. The Nigeria Football Federation, who revealed these in a statement on Wednesday, said the 2025-2026 NNL season will start on Saturday, the 8th of November. However, other Week 1 league matches are to be played on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of November at various venues. The new promotion format and kickoff date were announced during the NNL General Assembly on Tuesday. However, the overall winner of the league will be decided with a Super 4 tournament in which the conference winners will be mandated to attend. It's a new level, it's a new dawn, new era, and let's see what these will showcase. Newly promoted Nigeria Premier Football League side Barao Football Club have announced the appointment of former Lobby Stars administrator Dominic Hiofa as the new general manager. In a statement signed by the club's media director, Ahmad Amisu Gwale, Barao FC confirmed that Hiofa would oversee the team's management, while Alhaji Kabiru Beta has been appointed vice president. The move comes as the club, owned by Deputy Senate President Barao Jibrin, continues to restructure its management in its debut season in the MPFL. Barao, who played their home matches at the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano, while their Dambata base undergoes renovation, are bottom of the table after 4 games with 2 draws and 2 defeats. The Malia boys face fellow MPFL debutant Kun Khalifa next in match day 6 after their scheduled clash with Rivers United was postponed due to continental engagement for Rivers United. Yes, still talking football this very morning. Former Super Falcons defender Onomo Ebi has announced a retirement from professional football, bringing to an end a 24-year career that made her one of Africa's most decorated players. The 42-year-old defender confirmed the decision in a statement on her social media platforms, drawing the curtain on a journey that began with Omidiro Babes in 2001 and spanned over a dozen clubs across Europe, Asia, and Africa. Ebi holds the distinction of being the first African footballer, male or female, to feature in 6 FIFA World Cup tournaments, appearing in 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019, as well as 2023. She earned over 100 caps and scored 4 goals for the Super Falcons, winning 4 Women's Africa Cup of Nations titles in 2010, 2014, 2016, as well as 2018. She has to be celebrated. She was celebrated while she was playing, and now that she's retired, I do feel that she has got to be celebrated. She has given so much to the nation. Let's go athletics way, and this morning I'm taking you to Tokyo in Japan, where Nigerian hurdler Ezekiel Nathaniel produced a historic performance at the Tokyo 2025 World Championships yesterday, becoming the first Nigerian man to qualify for the 400 meters hurdles final since 1987. The fresh Baylor University graduate stamped a victory in the second semi-final, clocking 47.47 seconds, the fastest time of all 3 semi-finals, to secure his place in tomorrow's final. Nathaniel crossed the line ahead of Qatar Ismail Dudey Abaka, who ran a personal best of 47.61 seconds, while American Caleb Dean finished third in 47.85 seconds. It was Nigerian's second fastest time ever, just behind his 47.31 seconds national record he set exactly a month ago, which means he now occupies the top 16 of the country's top list. He is is only the second Nigerian. As I said, he is only the second Nigerian after Henry Amike to reach a World Championships final in the 400 meters hurdles. Let's see if Ezekiel Nathaniel will be able to do the magic and become the first world champion in the 400 meters hurdles for Nigeria. Still in Tokyo this morning, Nigerian sprinter Udodi Ozurike kept Nigeria's hopes alive after qualifying for the men's 200 meters semi-finals. The 22-year-old Owuzurike, Nigeria's second fastest ever man over the distance this year, produced a composed run in its 3, finishing second behind Olympic medalist Kenneth Bednarek of the United States. Bednarek took first place in 19.98 seconds, while Owuzurike crossed the line in 20.27 seconds. Owuzurike, who boasts a personal best of 19.76 seconds and a season's best of 20.17 seconds, will now line up in today's semi-final against some of the event's biggest names. Drawn in lane 5, Owuzurike will face defending world champion Noah Lyles of the United States, who has already run 19.630 seconds this year and is chasing a 4th consecutive title. Wishing Owuzurike and Nathaniel Ezekiel the very best as they represent Nigeria in Tokyo, Japan. Coming back home again, preparations for the 2026 National Sport Festival have commenced in earnest as the main organizing committee and local organizing committee held a strategic meeting to advance plans for the Coast City Games scheduled for Enugu. The meeting, conducted on Monday, was chaired jointly by Chairman of the MOC, Honorable Bukola Olopade, and Chairman of the LOC, Lloyd Ekweremadu, with members of the Secretariat in attendance. Key deliberations centered on facilities for the Games, with members receiving updates on ongoing construction works and noting steady progress across designated sites. Ekweremadu, who also serves as Enugu State Commissioner for Youth and Sport, had previously expressed confidence that the state will not only host but win the multi-sport event. The committees agreed to conduct their next official visit to Enugu in October this year to further assess readiness and provide guidance as preparations advance. Enugu will be looking to dethrone Delta State as the defending champions when the 23rd edition of the National Sport Festival takes place in September 2026. If you're just tuning in, it's Sports Spectra Live and Pensioners 106.7 FM Ibadan. Let's go boxing way. American boxer Jermaine Franklin has dismissed suggestions he will serve as a mere test for rising heavyweight sensation Moses Itoma, insisting he's confident of ending the Britain's perfect record should they meet in the ring. Franklin, who returned to winning ways with a decision victory over Ivan Dichko on Saturday, took offense when he was asked about rumors linking him with a potential bout against the 20-year-old Itoma. He was speaking to newsmen recently before his fight with Dichko. Franklin made it clear he would not be treated as a stepping stone for the young heavyweight. However, Franklin said he remained open to the possibility of facing Itoma, provided the financial terms are quite acceptable. Franklin acknowledged Itoma's abilities, but questioned whether the youngster is ready for elite-level competition, particularly against unified champion Alexander Usyk. Itoma has indeed become one of boxing's most talked-about prospects after a meteoric rise through the heavyweight ranks. The British Nigerian has topped 11 of his 13 opponents, with 9 of those victories coming within the first 2 rounds. What's a man? What's a prospect? What's a boxer? So, to champagne football this morning. I know you watched the games last night, but hey, let's bring you the moments. Some of those moments you may probably miss. But in fact, Liverpool defender Virgil van Dijk scored a spot time winner as Liverpool overcame an Atletico Madrid comeback to win 3-2 at Anfield. Incredibly, Arne Slot's side have now scored a winning goal in the 83rd minute or later in each of their last 5 games in this remarkable start to the season. But a frustrated Atletico Madrid manager Diego Simeone was sent off by the referee in the aftermath, having been insulted by a supporter. I have the Liverpool late show, how Arne Slot's side love a late winner. 5 of them, remember, goals in the 88 and 94 minutes, what it took them to beat Bournemouth in the beginning of the season. And against Burnley, a 90 plus 5 minutes penalty from Mo Salah sealed the victory for them. But we will see how they will fare. I'm talking about Inter Milan and Ajax, a double from French striker Marcus Thuram handed Inter Milan a comfortable 2-0 Champions League win over Dutch giant Ajax yesterday. And for Harry Kane, he scored twice as Bayern Munich beat Chelsea 3-1 at home in the Champions League opener. Also last night, other results this morning coming through. Olympiacos and Pafos shared sports. It ended for both sides. Slavia Prague, Bodo Glimt also shared sports 2-2. PSG humiliated Atalanta 4-0. And as I said, Liverpool beat Atletico Madrid 3-2. And Inter won at Amsterdam 2-0. So today, Copenhagen against Bayer Leverkusen will play by 5:45 p.m. Club Brugge will be in action against Monaco by 5:45 p.m. And by 8 p.m., 4 more games will be played. Eintracht Frankfurt against Galatasaray. Sporting will host Kairat. Newcastle against Barcelona. And Man City will be facing Napoli. I've got to go this morning, but before I finally take my leave, Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen will play no part in Galatasaray Champions League opener against Frankfurt today after failing to recover from an injury. And former Fenerbahce coach Jose Mourinho said he didn't hesitate to express his interest in returning for his second spell as Benfica coach after arriving in Lisbon yesterday, following the sacking of Benfica manager Bruno Lage. Thank you so much for joining the show this morning. And very many thanks to my producer, Babatunde Tiamiyu. I am Idris Abela. Good morning and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye. But keep it locked on Pensioners 106.7 FM, Ibadan.
Kájú rẹ̀ pensioners kájú ẹ̀ báwo kájú ìyá ni ó yá pensioners FM kétékété ló ń dún Melody pensioners FM 106.7 FM kétékété ló ń dún níbi kákó lówó ọjà kájé bùgbàjẹ́ ìròyìn àsìkò lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan.